right has repeatedly attacked Democrats for trying to win elections by giving away free stuff. But as ridiculous as that sounds on its face, it's even more ridiculous when you see them list what that free stuff would actually look like.
They want to tax the rich, tax Wall Street, tax the big corporations, topple the 1%.
And give us what?
And give us
everything.
freebies.
A long list: public college, paid family leave, health care for all children, prescription drugs, expanded Social Security, childhood education, higher minimum wage. I mean, it goes on and on. You can't even fill the screen with it here. Look, I think everyone who's a good person has an ounce of mercy in them would say, we'd love to be able to do this. The problem is, it ends up coming back to bite us if we can't afford it. Is that right?
Absolutely. If you do all of that, all of the above, all those freebies that you just mentioned, they're going to pay for it by taxing the rich.
Look at that list of policies. Does anyone actually disagree with those being the new set of priorities for America going forward? No, I don't disagree. I doubt you disagree. Even Elizabeth Hasselbeck says anyone with an ounce of mercy wants those things, but she doesn't think that we can afford it. And there's two problems with that. The first is a quick one. It's not in the clip, but they said that Bernie Sanders, who wants many of those policies, his plan would cost something like $18 trillion, which is an absolute fantasy. It's a fiction. It doesn't cost that much. 15 trillion of those 18 trillion are simply, that's how much we spend on healthcare over the course of 10 years. His plan would include spending on healthcare, so they assume it would cost something like the same $15 trillion over 10 years. It's literally the money we're already spending. He would spend it in a different way, and they just add that as if it's extra spending. So it's a big, massive lie. The other is the idea that we can't afford it if we were to shift our priorities as a country. As she says, we just can't afford it. But we can actually afford it. Our government budget right now is massive and extremely wasteful, and it's prioritized in all the wrong ways. It serves the interests of some Americans the way it is right now. People on Wall Street, defense contractors, they're doing quite well. But it could serve the interests of all Americans if we were to reprioritize on the policies that you saw in that graphic, the sorts of policies even Elizabeth Hasselbeck agrees with. We can spend money on education, healthcare, prioritizing the next generation, dealing with climate change. We can do all of those things, or we can turn those social goods, the social goods that even Fox News agrees everybody wants, we can turn those social goods into bombs and we can drop them throughout the Middle East. Thankfully, some Democrats at least are making clear that it's not too late to make the right choice. And that's my final judgment.